guys, what's up? I am currently in the 2.5 liter turbo all-wheel drive CX-5 and it's a 4-cylinder Skyactiv G engine with 230 PS and 420 Nm of torque, and it's a 6-speed automatic transmission. And after driving it for a while, it scares me. I thought Mazda didn't do turbo anymore. I love NAs now. From the beginning, from the start of the video, I'm telling you that I am an NA lover. So this turbocharged vehicle, I'm not saying that I hate all turbos, but it's a scary car. Like just now, I full throttle and I realized like, whoa, this car can pull with 400 over Newton meters of torque, yo. It's at that point where a part of it is like, yeah, I can feel the torquiness and it's damn fast, but another point is also like, doesn't really feel like 420 Newton meters of torque. So I'm like, oh, kind of in between, but definitely the response of the throttle is there, it's fast, and knowing Malaysians, y'all love power no matter what. Y'all just like fast cars with very good brakes. And these brakes, there was a discussion where Bobby even said that the brakes are not so good, but I'm okay with the brakes. It's just that it's progressive. It feels like progressive at first, and then suddenly you just hit something really hard where you have to press harder. So the pressure like after putting your foot down for like 30%, and then you feel like a very high pressure where you have to actually push it down further. So yeah, that's how the brakes feel. I'm perfectly fine with it. It actually reminds me of the Mazda 6 brakes a bit. So now I'm currently driving in the rain, so I have to speak a little bit higher. The NVH it's not very quiet, but again, Mazda does a lot of things on purpose. For example, the roll of the car, the soundproofing, in order for the driver to know what's around him or her and to know how fast to go. They don't want to mute so many things, even though a lot of people say like, yeah, you know what, we want a better NVH, we want better this, better that. But it's just for us to know how much we can push the car, because sometimes, especially in this car, which is an all-wheel drive, you would feel that ooh, I can push the car really hard. But even just now going at a corner, I was like, oh, die. But actually, I know that this car can actually go pretty, it actually can take a bend pretty fast, and with the engine and all the engineering it has that Mazda has put into this, I'm pretty sure that it can take a corner faster, huh? So just being inside here again, it's a very subtle interior, soft touch everywhere. It has a very nice steering wheel. It's very circumference friendly for girls. It's not too huge, which I like. NVH, you can definitely hear what's going on outside. Again, I love that. Visibility is good. I mean, I can see the front, see the back, there's no issue. But the thing that I need to point out is here, or the opposite side, which is your V pillar. Now, a lot of the times when I want to, like here is fine, but for example when I'm taking a left turn and or I'm cutting into the left lane, when my car is at an angle, I would like to take a look and see what cars are coming, or you know, just not use the mirrors because I'm at an angle where the side mirrors don't help me. So I look out of the left passenger, the front passenger window and the rear left passenger window, and sometimes it just doesn't help because the B pillar is so huge that I can't see anything, but the CX-5 gives me very good visibility in that sense. Just now I was doing a U-turn and I was trying to look out to see what other cars are coming, and I could see very, very well. Now that doesn't really happen in a lot of cars. I feel like I'm blocked a lot because of my height also, I don't know. But this is one of the things that actually impresses me in the new CX-5, apart from, of course, the speed that it has. Now, it's currently raining and there's quite a little bit of traffic on the road, so I might floor it a little bit later on, not currently, just to test out the tires. But I did make the tires squeal a little bit just now already. So yeah, again, I would actually appreciate if Mazdas put a little bit of color in the interior. I'm starting to get a little bit bored by Mazda's interiors. I'm so sorry. I know I'm a Mazda fan. I love Mazdas. Jinbai Tai all the way. Wow, I see it's damn Chinese. But yeah, it would be nice to see a little bit more color, but I get that it's very subtle, very minimal, and many people like that. Sure, but I'm coming to a point where maybe a little bit more color wouldn't hurt. For example, they have this wooden trim. I'm not even sure that it's real wood or not lah, huh? They have this wooden trim. Nope, doesn't seem like real wood to me. Why can't you just add like a little bit of brighter wood color to it? Again, I'm not a color specialist, but it look nice. Just a little bit of popping out color. I mean, even the stitchings are all grey. Yeah, the most I can see is the chrome and a little bit of brownish stitch, but yeah, that's about it. So that's how I feel sitting in the CX-5. Now, we all know how Mazdas drive, right? Jinbai and I go all the way. It's amazing. However, it doesn't feel as direct, and I'm going to compare it with the Santa Fe. Even though the Santa Fe is 7-seater, but I really enjoyed sitting in the Santa Fe. Like, really enjoyed it. Even the interior I felt was much better, much prettier than the current CX-5, and even the drive of the Santa Fe was really nice. It was very... Go check out my review. But yeah, in this Mazda, I feel even the suspension, it isn't as pliant as the Santa Fe's one. I'm not sure whether they did it on purpose, but even in the Santa Fe, even though it's so pliant, I won't go crazy with the Santa Fe. Again, maybe it's the feeling of the car that's broad, that it's an SUV, that I wouldn't go crazy and like push it to the limit. But that is a 2.4 litre NA. So this is 2.5 litre turbocharged, and I feel it's quite a lot for this car that it really scares me. Speaking of the suspension, again, I've mentioned, it can go in comfort mode, whereby you really feel a bit boaty, and I was actually quite surprised because I don't remember the previous CX-5 or the other CX-5 that I tested being like that. I felt like the suspension was good, and yeah, the drive of it, maybe it's the power lah. They focus so much on the power that it kind of detaches you from the feeling of driving a little bit. Now it's all just power, and I'm a bit sad because Mazdas didn't used to be like that. It used to be really just engaging you with the drive. But I get that, yeah, some people just want more power, like the MX-5. I'm happy with it being so underpowered and so fun at the corners, but a lot of people are like, I want more power! And when more power came about, everyone was like, woo, more power! Great, good. But I'm just a fan of NA engines and really pushing your car to the limit to appreciate what the car can do. Now, see, going at bends, really no problem. It's a good drive, no doubt. It's a wet road, so I'm heavily dependent on my tires. I really don't want to push it too much because I just don't want to go crazy lah, huh? We all know all-wheel drive cars, they are super blunted, but I had my experiences before. Those of you that know would know what happened before. So yes, I'm being very careful right now. Apart from that, it has very good features, for example, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist. Still has that raw from the engine, which I appreciate. I think the brakes are okay. I like the brakes. The turbo though. Okay, now I'm flooring it. I'm really flooring it. It's fast lah! It's damn scary! What I do like on the heads-up display is it actually tells you the speed limit that you're supposed to go and how much of a rebel you are, which I am very much of. So that's pretty nice. I haven't seen any other heads-up displays that give you that kind of they give you the speed limiter, what's your speed limit, and even your lane keep assist. This one actually shows you everything, which is very nice, which I like. Playing with the infotainment system while I'm driving gets a little bit, how do I say, it gets a little bit cumbersome because it feels like I have to go through a lot of things. I wouldn't say it's the best infotainment system lah, huh? I think that's all I have to say of the CX-5 Turbo. Now, would I get this as compared to the NA? I really think besides the power, there's no other reason to do so. Because I personally, I love the NA engine, so. But I get that if you want more power, then by all means. Yeah. That's all, guys. But how could I forget the sound system? Now, I've been like putting this song on repeat so many times because I feel it's a very chill song, very nice song to just like drop the top and have fun with the song. Guess what I'm saying, I guess what I'm saying, I guess what I'm saying is I fucking love you. I think the speakers are really clear, crisp. Again, very heavily focused on the bass, but it's very clear. Now I'm gonna try to blast it to see how it feels, whether it's muffled or not. At a higher volume. I fucking love you. Oh yeah. Yes I do. A little bit muffled. Again, very heavy on the bass. Don't feel it through the car. So it's an okay sound system. Yeah. So let me know what you think, guys. Bye.